Am I the asshole for not helping my stepsister? TL Doctor, my sister refused to speak to me the last year or let me talk to my niece and nephew, but is now asking me for money to help her. For some backstory, my stepsister also and I have more or less grown up together. However, because her mother has never liked me and treated me poorly for 20 years, we've never had a close relationship. There was a period when I moved back to my hometown in 2019 because I was pregnant that we bonded a little bit. I would babysit my niece and nephew for her when she asked. They would sometimes come visit me and my son after he was born. I left my hometown in early 2020 just before COVID hit and returned to the province I was in before. So herein lies the problem. My sister stopped talking to me and stopped letting me talk to my niece and nephew just over a year ago. The reasons for this was because the abuse from her mother towards me finally came to a head and I argued with both my father and her mother about it. My stepmother does not speak to me now. She doesn't allow my 3 youngest siblings that live with her to speak to me. And my sister won't allow herself or my niece and nephew to speak to me either. I've tried reaching out to my sister several times to check on the kids. I miss them dearly. Well, yesterday I finally heard from my sister. But she's asking for money. Apparently she is in a bad situation and needs to get some money together to help herself out of it. My niece and nephew live with their father now. I declined to help her. I told her I wouldn't have thought twice if she had let me speak to my niece and nephew over the last more than a year. I barely know her now and I don't know those kids. The kids are not in danger, but I still feel guilty that I said no to helping her. My dad says family is family and she will always come around, but I've been trying to set boundaries and not let people use me. Am I the asshole for not helping her? Not the asshole. If family is family, then why did your father not protect you from an abusive stepmother? If family is family, then why aren't your younger siblings allowed to have contact with you? They can't play the family card when they've treated you as anything but a member of the family. Maintain your boundaries. Your father and stepmother can help out your stepsister, 'cause she's family. My dad says family is family. Vomit. An overstated lie on this forum. She turned her back on you. Is rug sweeping your abuse that she saw growing up. And is defending the abuser. She can go pound sand. You don't owe her. Not the asshole. Not the asshole if family is family. WTH, is it okay to ghost you? Why can't this sister get help from her mother and your dad? You can't speak to your younger siblings, niece and nephew. And sister, an adult woman, sides with her mother against you? Now she needs something and comes to you? No. Not the asshole. Why is the mother that poisoned her against you not helping her? She chose sides long ago and in remaining removed from the situation. You are only protecting yourself and your child from being emotionally hurt further. Not the asshole. She didn't think twice about avoiding you. Now it's your turn. She can't just basically go no contact with you, and then out of nowhere expect you to just help her. Not the asshole. Your dad can give her the money. Where the hell was he when his wife and kids were abusing and ignoring you? You don't owe them anything. Not the asshole. Your father and stepmother can help her since they helped poison her against you. Not the asshole. Wait, your dad, whose wife and children don't talk to you, he says you should help her? What is stepmother doing to help her daughter? You have children of your own and no family to support you. Take care of yourself. Not the asshole. You said exactly what you should have. Not the asshole. Family is family seems to only get thrown out when people who don't act like family want something. Not the asshole. People always need you when it is convenient for them. Not the asshole. She has no right to cut you off and then come out of the woodworks a year later only to ask you for money. Not the asshole. And as it has nothing to do with your niece and nephew and your money won't be helping them. I totally agree with you not giving your money. Not the asshole. The children are not in danger. Which is the important part. Your stepsister is a grown-ass woman who can make her own decisions. She decided to go no contact with you because you were fighting with her mother. She can ask her mother for help. Not the asshole. Let your dad give her money if he feels that way. Not the asshole. You do not owe her anything. Not the asshole. She has made it abundantly clear that her family doesn't include you. Not the asshole. Your dad is a cheeky bastard saying family is family. Has no problem when his wife treats you like crap and has the family cut contact with you. Do yourself a favor and consider that side of your family dead, including your father. You don't need people like that in your life. Not the asshole. Tell her to go to her mother for help. And your dad? What is up with him? Your stepmom is a major awe. But your father for allowing you to be put through that your whole life is worse. You are his blood. You should have always come first to him. Not the asshole. And maybe try to contact the father of your niece and nephew if you miss them. The way your stepsister behaves, they could be better off with him. And having some family connections might be nice. Not the asshole. You have no real reason to talk to her now. I'd reach out to the kid's biodad and see if you guys can work on visitation. Even if it has to be in his home. And maybe fill him in on the situation. As it sounds like she is blaming you for your abuse. Maybe even approving it. Or saying you probably deserved it. Whether he allows visits or not. He should know more about her. As that is not someone who should have unsupervised contact with young children. ETA family is family. Relatives are not always family. Not the asshole. Let your stepmother help her. She sided with you step-witch so she can help her. Not the asshole. Now she wants your help? She knows you, so she should be able to separate how her mother feels about you from the way she feels about you. It's been over a year? Don't fall for it and learn to set boundaries. She couldn't be bothered with you for a year and put her children in that position. So why would you bother? Not the asshole. Have you considered eloping? Saves a lot of money and time. Not the asshole. Being family requires a relationship. The two of you are related by marriage. She has shown you that she will use and dispose of you whenever she likes. Without remorse. To come to you for money instead of her mom is ridiculous. The steps have abused you. Used their kids as weapons against you. And now want to use you for money. 1. Do not allow anyone to use you. 2. Do not feel bad they set the terms of your relationship with them and their kids. Not the asshole. Tell her to ask her mom for help. Not the asshole. Family is only family when they want something, and she has parents who could help if they chose. Your family has shown your worth to them, so unfortunately the bank is dry. Your father isn't even letting you speak to your siblings and he's giving you the family is. Family speech. Fuck no, your dad's just as bad as stepsister and stepmother and he only spoke a few words. I'm sorry you're in such a shitty familial situation. You sound like you really care for your siblings and niece-nephew, but you could always message the father now to talk to them. Ask her to get help from het mother or your father. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Dad. If family is family, why isn't her own BIOMOM helping her? Dad. You can help her. Out of your own pocket. Your whole family cut you off now, of course come back when they need something. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. These family people who need you when they need money are not family.